Hello, hi. I am Amy the Baker, and this is little Leon. He is our little buddy for the day. Hopefully he falls asleep, but we shall see. Whew, I'm nervous. Ugh. I have the camera facing me so I can see myself, and I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing for my nerves. There's no one here. I don't have to be embarrassed. I'm going to be making some chocolate chip cookies and talking a little bit about what I kind of want this channel to do for me, where I want it to go. Well, I don't really know where I want it to go per se, but just the goals that I have for myself in regards to why I am starting to post again. I should put my hair up. Nobody wants cookies with blue hair in them. Do they? Do they, Bubba? Yeah. Where are you going? Go to sleep. Go to sleep. I found some score bits in my cupboard, so we're gonna toss those in there. Can't go wrong with that. I am a bit of a hurricane in the kitchen. I'm not gonna lie. I am a mess. And like 85% of the time I clean it up after, but this is what we're working with. The ingredients that you need for this recipe is butter, brown sugar, eggs, vanilla, salt, cinnamon, baking soda, flour, and chocolate chips. And I'm adding score bits because score bits are delicious. Yes, they are. I'm gonna cream the butter and the brown sugar, add the egg and vanilla, add the dry ingredients, and then the chocolate chips last when it's done. Do you see his bold ring? Oh, that's so funny on camera. Had to take a break to get little man to sleep. Hopefully he doesn't wake up. Oh, hi, honey. Back asleep. Look at him. Little monkey. Yeah, he hates his last nap of the day and always fights it the hardest. I mean, he fights all of his naps, but the last nap of the day is always particularly difficult. Wide awake, but just pretending. Listening to mommy talk. I will put the recipe in the description, but the point of this channel isn't really going to be recipes. It's an outlet more than anything for me to talk, because I'm home alone with a baby most of the time and I am a talker. I have a lot to say and no one to say it to. Creaming the butter, I'm gonna grab a measuring cup. Yes, fall asleep. Fall asleep, you little nugget. He slept 2 hours earlier and then didn't want to wake up. And I finally get him up and not fussing. And I have him on the ground and he just takes a huge poop. Didn't blow out, thankfully, almost did. Anywho, I figure I'm in the kitchen and cooking anyways, and I have lots that I want to say. But when I try to say it to the camera, it's difficult. And I want to practice that because it'll help me with my public speaking. And by public speaking, I don't mean like, I'm not a congresswoman or anything. I just mean when I'm out in public and speaking to other human beings, which is difficult for me. You can do this by hand, I'm just lazy. I've always had an interest in YouTube and putting myself out there. I think I'm funny. I don't think everyone thinks I'm funny, and I don't know if it'll come across on camera. I'm more funny in like a real life way, where if I'm out, I have like witty or clever comebacks or responses to things people say, or I'm funny on accident, and because I'll say something that I think is obvious out loud and then everyone laughs and I'm like, yeah, I definitely meant that to be a joke. I've always been drawn to YouTube, especially since I was in grade 8 and I didn't have any friends and YouTube was my only friend. And I watched a lot of problematic creators, but I was 12 and depressed, so cut me some slack. I know how lonely I felt in those moments, and the connection that I felt watching other people do, you know, sketch comedy or whatever videos. I mean, it was like, oh, I'm old. This was graduated in 2015, so that would have been 2010-ish that I was like really obsessed with YouTube. Anyways, if I can even help one person feel less lonely, I will have succeeded. And you know what? Even if no one ends up watching these videos and my channel gains absolutely zero traction, at least it's an outlet for me to do something creative with my time instead of just like scrolling TikTok with my spare minutes. I hope I'm saying everything that I wanted to say in my head. It's funny how you can think in these like eloquent, concise and clear sentences and thoughts and be like, that's what I'm gonna say. And then you try to say it and it all gets lost trying to come out of my mouth. I think this channel, it'll be a mix of cooking and baking and mostly just me shooting the shit, talking about whatever I want to talk about. And today that's a reintroduction because I already have a few videos on this channel, but this is the new era, my mom era. There is no measurement for chocolate chips. You just add as many as your heart desires. I'm wondering if I should save the rest of these for another batch of cookies. Yeah, the dough looks pretty saturated, but honestly not even enough chocolate chips in my opinion. But that was, oh, I thought it was the last in the bag, but there's like 10 left in there. The trick to not getting overwhelmed when you're a messy cook like I am is to clean in between steps, or at the very least at the end of doing everything. But that can be a big task if you're doing a bunch of stuff. If you're just doing like one recipe, it's okay to save it all to the end and just kind of push everything around and make space. But if you're doing a bunch of things, I very highly suggest like cleaning or at the very least tidying between steps, because if you don't, by the end, the mess is so overwhelming. Don't get me wrong, I wish I was one of those people who is just like neat and tidy in the things that they do, but I'm not. I'm the embodiment of chaos energy, and nothing I do is going to change that, so I have to work with it. Look at this little bean sleeping. Oh my goodness. I 100% understand anyone who does not ever want kids, because it's hard enough to be an adult on your own and figure out all of your own stuff, but to then also have to take care of like this tiny bean that doesn't know what's going on. Oh my goodness, it's not for everyone. But it's for me, you don't have to wake up. Cookie scoops? That should be bussin'. Then all of your cookies are very evenly sized and they'll cook evenly as well. And it's also just like, in my opinion, less work. Anyways, no one cares, Amy, shut up. My ultimate dream for this channel would actually be to make some money off of it, so then I don't have to go back to a regular job and I can stay home with him. And I wouldn't even really need to make that much money to be able to stay home with him, because it's a dual income. Well, not dual right now, but there's 2 of us in the house. Well, 3. My partner's brother also lives with us. I don't want to go back to work. I lost the ability to do the job that I love because of an accident, a car accident that I had. I broke both my feet. I was a pastry chef previously and really like on the come up, and had a trajectory of like, I could have done some amazing things. And that's not to say I won't still do amazing things with my life, but it's not that life that I had envisioned. I broke both my feet and I'm healed as best as I will heal. I might need surgery again in the future, probably. And I also don't have any marketable skills for jobs that would pay a decent wage that aren't on my feet. The best option is to be a server 2 or 3 days a week, because then I would make enough money in tips that I could balance out all of the costs in my life with that. And if I have to put a personality on for endless old people in this town who couldn't give less of a shit about me or my needs or who I am, I can put my personality on for some videos on YouTube and see where it goes. I think I'm interesting. I think I'm worth it. I think the cadence of my voice is nice to listen to sometimes. I also can be very annoying, but you just edit out the annoying bits. I've actually been putting off making this video. I knew I wanted my first video back to be cookies because that's classic Amy the Baker, but I've been putting it off because of my fear of being seen. And not so much by strangers on the internet. I'm not scared of strangers on the internet seeing me or hating on me or liking me. I'm scared of the people in my real life judging me for putting myself out there on the internet, or if I did find success on the off chance, because this platform is huge and the possibility of me actually gaining an audience and a following and making money is it's slim to none, right? It's slim to none. And so it's kind of cringy and embarrassing to be putting myself out here in this way. But I just have to step back and say, I don't care. I don't care if it's cringy and embarrassing. I don't care if people will judge me. I'm doing it because I want to do it. And that's good enough. I don't need another reason. I'm gonna put these in the oven and bake them and check back in to say goodbye when they are done. And we'll do a taste test together. So thanks for watching thus far. I will see you right now. And we're back. The cookies spread a little bit more than what I like them to, and I could tell when I was mixing it that the batter was a bit moist, but that's the nice thing about this recipe. It's pretty forgiving, and I'm sure they're gonna be delicious. So, can mommy do a taste test? Oh, he spit up all over me. BRB. Life of a mom. Hopefully he chills out for the 2 minutes it's gonna take me to film this outro. If you've watched this far, thank you. I hope to see you again in coming videos. And if you thought this was trash, then I'm sorry. Not really. Maybe you shouldn't have watched so far. Ooh, these are good. He was fussing, so I go over there, and he just took his third massive dookie of the day. So I'll finish this up quick so I can go change him. They turned out good. Can't really go wrong with a chocolate chip cookie. Oops. But yeah, now I have to go deal with a poopy diaper. So thank you for watching, and I will see you again next time. Bye.